Looking through the usual movesets, there's always bee-hopping, rocket jumping, parrying, grappling, and all these sorts of moves, and to be honest, I want to break that mold out of farming games, because personally, I find that design rather constricting. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'm Hanoder. I'm a solo developer working on Shatterfarms, which is going to be your next favorite video game. It's a cozy farming sim that features random snail events, customizable weapons, player builds and playstyles. Build up and repair your farmland to permanently increase your limbo. I'm sure I convinced you enough. Through endless consumption of hundreds of roguelikes at this point. And by consumption, I mean watching a bunch of 10-minute video essays on it while I was playing Overwatch. There's one massive factor in keeping roguelikes both fresh and replayable, and that's variety. And what's one really popular way we keep variety? A massive arsenal. Oftentimes, roguelikes have hundreds of weapons that you can combine and keep, and also switch between to actually make each run impactful and unique. There's only one problem. I'm literally an alcoholic university student. I do not have time to model like 500 weapons! So my current iteration of Shatterfarms, which you should play immediately and tell all your friends about, I only have 3 weapons that are currently available. I got a lot of feedback on it. I'm excited to get my hands on new weapons and movement options. I think it'll really help liven up the gameplay. Chat, how do we tell them? So looking at all the weapons in the game, there are 3 weapons currently available. And here is all the new weapons I'm planning to add for the full release. Notice how there is 0 new weapons I'm planning to add for the full release. Now, how am I gonna make an intriguing combat system with only 3 weapons? So rather than making hundreds of new weapons, why don't I just... I'm actually inspired by a very small indie game. You might not know it. It's called Minecraft. If you ignore every single unique weapon in the game, we literally only have like 2 things to play around with. It's like a wooden sword and a single bow. That kept people entertained for like 5 years. We steal their enchantment books. We just copy and paste this. For those of you who don't know what enchantments are, you had 15 years. Come on, man. Minecraft enchantment books give your weapons new unique properties which completely change up your gameplay. For example, let's take a look at sharpness, which increases your weapon damage. Smite, which increases your weapon damage against the dead. They're already dead. Why would you need to introduce to you artifacts? These are basically just weapon upgrades, but not. Rather than going through the tried and true route of giving more stats, I decided to switch it up a little. Every single artifact will change the way your weapon works in some way or another. And when you combine different artifacts together, you might have a completely different weapon from the one you started out with. For example, this one turns your blocking into an offensive weapon that knocks back enemies, and this one makes your slash completely useless, but pulls in enemies. Congratulations, so you literally just made a paddle ball. Or how about a spell that summons up a wall for you? It's completely useless. Oh wait, your fishing rod can attach to that wall. Good job, you now have infinite maneuverability. You know, my major philosophy with these artifacts is that if you ignore all the ones that give basic stat upgrades, they should all be unique and not give basic stat upgrades, but instead, diagonal upgrades. I'm sure you're a gamer, which means you must love statistics and charts. This artifact might have a different use case, but when combined with a different amount of artifacts, they should all feel really different. And also, I don't want to learn Blender and model like 50 new weapons, so rather than having to model a completely new weapon, all I need to do is just model like a single attachment. Now that's essentially the artifacts. You pick them up, you slap them onto your weapon, and boom, you have something new. How is Hanoder going to be balancing all of these? With all the artifacts and the way they interact, some of them are just going to be insanely busted, while some completely useless. Thing is, I need to figure out how the hell I balance dual wielding before I even get to that.